everybody, it's Michelle and we're doing more punch art today. You guys might have seen my recent video where I created a shamrock using 4 green heart shapes. And that was my first punch art video, and I asked for you guys to let me know what you thought of punch art and if you wanted to see more of that, and a lot of you did. And I'm really glad you did because I love punch art and I'm so excited to get to do more of that for you guys. Punch art is kind of the same process that I use with my beads and my bead charms. Just using simple, common shapes to create something totally new. So with it being Easter time, I recently did bead charms of bunnies and carrots. And everybody really seemed to love those. So I said, why don't we just do those in punch art? And I thought you guys would really like that. So we're going to do a bunny today. And in my next video, we'll be doing a carrot in punch art. So be on the lookout for that. And bunnies are so easy. We're just going to be using oval shapes. And I'm using my dies. As I told you all before, with punch art, you can use punched out shapes or die cut shapes. The concept is really the same. But it's a lot more cost efficient with dies, because you can get a lot more in a set for a lower price and have a range of sizes to work with. So I've got 2 different sizes here. You can make it as big or as small as you want it. You just need 2 ovals, one a little bit larger than the other. And I went ahead and cut out a few shapes. I've got one here that I cut out with the larger oval, and that's going to be my bunny's head. And I like using those too because if you guys can see, there is sort of a stitched border around the edge of that, and I really like the look of that. So I just cut that out with my bigger oval, and I'm going to show you guys how to create the ears with the smaller oval. And we are going to do 2 different punch art bunnies today. One is just the bunny's head, and then in the other one we're going to do a whole bunny. And for that one you will need 3 ovals. But we're going to do the bunny's head first. And I'm just going to run my oval die through there. And we're going to do a little bit of that double die cutting that I showed you guys once before. So first I'm just going to cut out my oval shape. And again, running that through my Cuttlebug with the A plate, the B plate, and then your die and your cardstock, and the C plate for cutting on top of that. So that cut out our oval for us. And then we're going to sort of cut that out. If you guys remember the way we did with a circle die, and we cut out of that a leaf shape and a moon shape. Sort of the same concept here. And you want to make sure that your cutting edge comes a little less than halfway in. And if you do that, you can get 2 bunny ears out of the 1 oval. I'm going to kind of look at that part that I've got showing in between there and kind of size that up as one of my bunny's ears. And I think that looks like a good size. So I'm going to take just a little bit of painter's tape or any sort of low tack tape that you've got. And once you get it positioned the way you want it, just put that tape across there to hold it in place for you. And run it through again. And that gives us one of our bunny's ears. And if you want to, you can just sort of guess where the other one should go. But if you want to make sure you get it just right, you can take the first one, line it up with the edge, and then find where your die lines up with those stitching marks. And then when you get that, I'm going to put this on here, just sticking the tape to my die and this part of my cardstock, so I can slip that one back out. I just wanted to use it to kind of gauge the size of this one, and then stick that down, and you know that that ear is going to be the same size as the other one, and run it through. And take my tape off, and you can use this several times. I just usually stick it on there. So now we've got our bunny head and 2 bunny ears, and he is going to be so cute. Okay, but I want to have some pink pieces for the inside of his ears. So I've got a piece of pink scrap, and I'm just going to run that smaller oval through with that. The same one we used for our outside of our bunny ears. And there's our oval. And then we're going to do the same thing, but when we do that, we want that one to be a little bit smaller than our white earpiece. So we'll have that nice white edge around it. And cut that out. And I really like doing these because you get that stitched border. Now you can see here that I kind of have a little bit of a double cut here where it didn't line up exactly right. That's okay in this application. We'll just put that, the part that goes behind his ear a little bit, or I mean behind his head. And again, I'm going to line this up just like I did my white ear pieces, to make sure that they're the same size. If I can find where those little stitching marks kind of lock in, slide that out and run that through. And if you guys have oval punches, you can do this too. I'm going to set my Cuttlebug aside while we put our bunny together. And this is super, super easy. So I'm going to use my Elmer's Craft Bond glue stick. And you guys can use whatever adhesive that you're comfortable with. I'm going to bring in my scrap notebook. And I just want to put glue stick all over the back edge . And I'm going to take that and line it up, but I want to sort of scoot it down. And that's going to leave that top white border for us. And the same thing with the other one. And I want to pay attention to make sure that this one with the little double point here, where I accidentally cut it off course just a little bit, make sure that that goes on the bottom so that it's hidden. So Scoot that down a little bit and line it up. And if you guys want to, you can cut off the excess here, but I don't think there's any need for that since it's going to be behind it. And I'm going to put some glue stick just on the bottom. And put his ear on there. And on the bottom of the other one. Actually, I think we probably could stand to have his ears, those pink parts inside, just a little bit smaller, so that we had a white border all the way around, even down to the bottom. But I think it still looks good. And there's your bunny head with the bunny ears, and we can start putting a face on him. Now for his nose, I want to use a little pink heart. And I've got some sparkly heart stickers here that I got at Walmart. And I'm going to use one of those for his nose. And for his eyes, I'm going to use little black sticky back rhinestones. And I'm going to use my quick stick tool to help me place those. And I'm going to use, I guess, this sort of mid-size. You could use the big ones if you wanted to and give him really big eyes. That would be cute too. I think that's adorable. And then his little heart nose. And if you guys wanted to, if you can't find the little heart stickers, you can always take your scrap piece here from the ears and a little heart-shaped punch and just punch out a little heart shape. And you can use that for his nose and it would match his ears perfectly. And now I'm going to use some scrapbooking chalk, and I've had this in my stash for years, and I do mean years, probably close to 20 years. And I'm just going to rub a Q-tip around on that, and you can use pink blush or eyeshadow if you want to. I'm just going to color that on there and give him some little blushy cheeks. I think that is so cute. I don't even know if you can find that scrapbooking chalk anymore. I've just had it around for so long. And now all we have left to do is draw him on a little mouth and some whiskers. And for his mouth, I'm going to come straight down from the center point of the heart of his nose. And I'm going to come straight down and curve to the side. And another one that curves to the other side, and then he looks like he's smiling a little bit, and then just a few whiskers on each side. And that is all there is to it. And you've got a punch art bunny. I think he's adorable. But now I want to do another one for you guys where we create the whole bunny. So I'm going to bring my Cuttlebug back in. so we can cut some more shapes. And again, all we're going to need to cut is ovals. And I'm doing this bunny a little bit smaller than the one before, since I want the whole bunny to go on. And as I told you before, we're going to use 3 for this one. I'm going to use these 2 small ones of 2 different sizes, just one size apart, just like we did for this, because this is going to be for our bunny head and ears. And then I've got one that is just the next size up from that I want to use as the bunny's body. So I went ahead and cut some of those pieces, and here is the larger one, so that will be our bunny body. And here is the medium one, that's going to be our bunny's head. And our small one is the one we're going to do our bunny ears from. And I went ahead and did one ahead of time, and that is this right here. And I was just playing around with that to see how big I wanted my bunny ears to be. Whoops, I'm sorry, that'll be on here. So I'm going to line that up like we did before. Stick that down. And then cut our other ear. And this is that good neutral color craft stock that I got at Joann in my recent anniversary haul that I showed you guys. I love this craft color. It is the perfect craft color. It's not too yellowy. It's not too orangey. It is just the softest muted tan. I love it. Okay. Now we're going to cut some ears, and I'm going to use that smallest one again. Run that through and cut one oval out. And I think I want to make sure I get these pretty small this time, because the way this one, that pink, comes out so wide at the base of the ears, I kind of want it to be a little narrower. So I'm going to try right there and see what that does. The thing about this is you're double die cutting anyway. So if it's a little too big, you can run it through and do it again. Let's see how that looks. See, I do think I want that a little bit narrower. And this is going to be the tiniest little sliver. Yeah, I think that's good. So I'm going to line that up on my edge, and then line up my die. And if you just do it very delicately, you can kind of feel those cutting edges that make the little stitched piercings. We'll kind of lock back into the piercings on this one to help make sure you're in exactly the right place. Okay, perfect. And we can put this aside and build our bunny. Actually, it looks like I have two the same size. Let me see. Okay, sorry about that. I had two of the larger ones. The larger one is going to be the body, and this is the middle one to be the bunny's head. Sorry about that. And that cardstock still looks a little green toned in the camera, and it is not. It is the most beautiful, soft, beigey kind of color. I wish you guys could see it for what it really is. Okay, I'm going to get my glue stick back out. And for this, I don't think I'll need my scrap notebook. And just put that glue right on there. And glue it onto our bunny ears. And I gotta say, I think the little tan bunny is my favorite. And we're going to glue those to the back of our bunny's head, just like we did the other one. Just putting glue on that bottom part. How cute is that? I just love these little bunnies. Okay. And we'll go ahead and put him on a little pink nose. Let's see. Let's see how this tiniest one looks. Maybe too tiny. But I think the other one would be too big. I think we'll go with that one. And his little black eyes. And again, I'm going to use that medium size, even though we've got a smaller bunny. I think that'll look really cute. And if you wanted to, for your bigger bunny, you could use the bigger eyes. Actually, I think I want to do that. I do want to give him bigger eyes. I've got adhesive showing around the edge. Just going to fold that in. Oh yeah, I think that is a lot cuter. I like that. Okay, so back to our little brown bunny. And again, I'm going to give him some little blushy cheeks. May not show up as good on the craft color. Maybe the brighter pink. We'll try that. It shows up a little bit. Okay, and now for the mouth and whiskers. Straight down from the center, heart and curve. Straight down again, curve the other way, and whiskers. How cute is that? Now, with the bunny body, you could put him like this, where it looks like a little chubby bunny sitting there like that. You could make him a tall, skinny bunny, standing up if you wanted to, with some little feet down here. But I think I'm just going to put this kind of sideways so that he is like down on the ground and looking sideways at us. And I'll show you guys why I wanted to do that, because it's the only angle to see him from that we would see his little fluffy bunny tail. And I had a really good idea on how to create a little fluffy tail for him. So I'm going to put the head on right there, a little bit sideways. And then show you guys what I'm going to do for his tail. I thought this was so much fun. If you guys remember, I used some of these at Christmas time that I had gotten at Dollar General. And I had a couple of extra packs that I didn't use. And I just came across those. And they're the foam stickers, so they're thick and fluffy. Perfect for a bunny tail. So what I decided to do was to take the smallest snowflakes, and I'm going to put one back here where his tail would be, and then I'm going to take another one just like it, and then just offset that right on top of it. And he's got a fluffy little bunny tail. Is that cute or what? I just love that. I love it, love it. So you can put these on cards or tags or whatever you want to do with your bunny punch art. I think they're just adorable. So, as always, leave a comment below and let me know what you think of my bunny punch art. And let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see me try in punch art. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a like over on my Facebook page. And be sure to join our Facebook group, Craftie Minds, so you can share your crafts with us and any punch art critters or anything else that you create. We would love to see them. Also follow me on Pinterest and Instagram, and don't forget to visit my blog. I'll put all of those links in the description below, so be sure to check those out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.